Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Crystal, and in today's video, I'm going to review a palette that I've been so excited to show you guys. For today, I'm going to make sure that I don't make a super long intro because I'm just so excited to create a makeup tutorial using this palette. This palette is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's from their Norvina collection. This one is the Pro Pigment Palette Volume 5. If you guys know me, you know that I'm so in love with anything that is galaxy themed. So I'm so in love with the design of this palette. You guys have seen the clips. I know you are impressed as I am. I love the design of this palette. I love the hollow. I love the purple. The palette feels really heavy, and it also has a magnetic closure. The only problem is if you have long nails like mine, it's hard to open anything. You can call this your ultimate purple palette. But the great thing about this palette is that even though it has a lot of purple shades, you still have a lot of wearable nudes here. So you can really use this palette if you're going to create an everyday makeup look. But for today, I'm going to try to create a really fun look just because why not? I'm just going to go ahead and start with a makeup look. So the first shade I'm going to use is this shade right here. It's like a caramel brown shade. This shade is called E4. The only eye primer that I used is my foundation. This color just shows up instantly. I don't even have to build it up too much. You only need 2 to 3 layers and it's already there. Next, I'm going to take the shade A5, and this one is like a rosy brownie shade. This one is also a matte shade. And I'm just going to put that right on top of the first shade, but this one is actually darker than what I was expecting. It looks light on the pan here, but as you can see on my eyes, it's actually darker. So this shade right here is probably the lightest out of all the browns and nudes. This is also a matte shade, but I'm curious to see if this is also going to be more pigmented than how it looks on the pan. So I'm just gonna use that to blend out the edges. Ooh, that's actually the perfect shade to blend out the edges. A little bit more, and then I'm just gonna blend out the edges with this. And yeah, I can already see here, even though it's a light shade, it really shows up as well. Wow, that's crazy. I really thought that the first 2 shades will overpower that light shade, but I was wrong. Actually showing up pretty well, like on top of those 2 shades. I think we need a dark color now. I'm gonna use the shade C5, this one. So there's really no straight up brown shade here. They look like burgundy, but I have a feeling that they're gonna look brown. I'm gonna take some of this. I am still using the same brush, and wow, look at that. I barely tapped my brush in there. Know that this dark brown will not fail me, so here we go. I was right. You really don't need too much. Look at that. And it blends so easily. Tap off the excess. You guys, these shadows are insanely pigmented. Like one of the best quality eyeshadows I think in the market. I am gonna use this shade on my inner corners. This is the shade E5. Yo, that shade. It is exactly the same formula as this one. So they're very consistent with the formula and the quality of the shadows. I am very impressed. We have to use the shade. We really have to use the shade. This is the most bright purple violet of all time. So this is the shade C3 here. Such a beautiful bright purple. If you don't want any fallouts on your face, you have to tap off the excess. And then I'm just gonna tilt my head and apply that shade on the socket of my eyes, deepening up my crease. The colors are so vibrant in real life. You guys have no idea how intense my eyes look in real life. Now it's time to use the shade C3 on my lower lashes because I can't wait to see how it looks on its own. Okay, that's it. I don't think I need to finish this video so I can recommend this palette to you guys. Even now, I highly recommend this palette. Just look at that purple. I am blown away. I just want to wear this every day. I hope I don't look crazy outside, but honestly, if it's normal to wear like bright and colorful makeup outside, I am definitely gonna wear this. And I am going to clean up the center of my eyes and also create the shape that I want for the shimmer that I'm going to apply there. So usually I just cut the crease like this and then make like a fan shape like that, almost like a shape like this, so that the shimmers will look nice on the center. But it doesn't have to be super perfect because we're gonna apply shimmer there anyway. I think I'm gonna use this silver here and also this beautiful purple shimmer here. I'm gonna start with the silver first. Let's see if this is blinding. I did not wet my brush, it's just straight from the pan. Wow. I don't even have a special primer, but oh, look at that silver. I'm just gonna blend the dark shade and the silver together. So whenever I find palettes that are really good quality, it really excites me. It just makes me fall in love with makeup all over again. So see, I'm gonna show you guys again. It's not gonna give you a hard time making it show up because it's just sticking on its own. I never expect less from Anastasia Beverly Hills because I already tried some of their palettes and it never fails me. So right here, I can't wait to do a neutral silver makeup using this shade. I'm gonna take some of the shade E3 and apply this. This shade already looks intense on the palette, even on the brush. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. And even on the brush, you don't really need too much effort to pick up the shadow on your brush. So let's just apply. Amazing. It even blends so easily on top of the silver. What is in this formula and why can't other brands do this? This is one of the expensive palettes in Sephora, but I'm gonna explain to you guys why this is still worth your money at the end of this video. But just look at that. It doesn't require too much effort to pick the product with your brush. That is my issue with a lot of shimmers from other brands, is that I need to use a special brush or a special tool to get the product. I don't know, they kind of master the formula already and it just sticks on your brush, it sticks on your eyes. I am really loving this makeup look. I feel like I'm in the cast of Euphoria in my dreams. So for the next shade, I'm gonna use this shade for my inner corner. It's like a really light, super reflective gold, and that's gonna go on my inner corner. This shade is more of like a pressed pigment, but it's still really intense. You have to be really careful. Every shade that I tried so far are all crazy pigmented. So let's see if this white is also... Look at that white. I barely tapped my brush there. So I'm just gonna clean up my brows. Oh my gosh. I have no words. Just look at that white. This is just the most pigmented white eyeshadow that I've ever encountered in my whole life. And I'm just barely tapping it. Barely tapping my brush there, and that's how much I get. The shadows just want to stick on the brush and on my eyes. It's just doing all the blending for me because honestly, it doesn't require too much effort to use. I'm not really sure about the white brow bone though, which is why I need to apply some of the shade A2. This one is a shimmery shade. Okay, so that is just going to balance out the white. Oh, that is actually a pink shimmer. It looks like a champagne shade here, but on my eyes, it's like a baby pink shimmers. That is such an interesting shade. Okay, so now I feel like the look is too purple. Take a little bit of the shade E4 and just add back warmth to my eyes. Just apply that on top of everything. Just like we're blending out the edges, but at the same time we're adding warmth to this look. There's really no more space for more colors on my eyelids, but right now I'm almost finished with the look, but there's one more shade that I want to apply. And there's this really unique shade here. It's like a peachy shade, but at the same time it has like gold shimmers in it. I want to use that right here. That is just gonna balance the look because everything's just purple. If I use another purple shade, you know, it's not fun anymore. So you have to balance it out. So it's like purple and browns, and now we're adding a peachy golden shade. Okay, I am back and this is the almost finished makeup look and I am already in love with it. This small touch is going to make an impact to this look. I am going to add these little gemstones on my eyes. I'm not really sure yet where to put it, but I'm going to use an eyelash glue. I'm going to keep quiet and apply this where I want this to stick. This is officially the completed makeup look and I feel like I am going to Coachella. It just makes me feel different. I feel like a completely different person now. I 100% love this palette. Nothing bad to say about it. I can't wait to do more makeup looks with this. For the next videos, I promise you guys, I'm going to make like a wearable, everyday, neutral makeup look using this palette because you're not really stuck to colorful shades. Look at that. It has a decent amount of neutral shades there. I don't really need to say too much about this palette. I just know that it is really value for money. All the shades perform really well. You have seen my tutorial. The shades are very easy to use. The mattes are so buttery, so pigmented, as well as the shimmers. With some other eyeshadow palettes, it's really usually a hit or miss. Some eyeshadows will really impress you and most of the shades are just a fail. I'm also going to be explaining why this is really worth your money. I know this is more on the expensive side, but if you're gonna think about it, we have drugstore makeup such as Max Factor and Revlon. This is a sample of an eyeshadow palette from Revlon, and Max Factor also makes small palettes like this, and they usually cost a lot. They usually cost like 700 pesos, sometimes more. Some eyeshadows from the more high end of drugstore are way too pricey. It's 4,000 plus, but you get 25 beautiful, very pigmented, very high quality eyeshadows. This is a big heavy palette, so it's really worth your money. Plus the palette itself is really heavy and high quality. It just gives you a feeling of luxury, so I think it's really worth it. I really highly recommend this. This is definitely 10 out of 10 and it won its way to my shelf of top favorite eyeshadow palettes. It's definitely going to be there. Just a quick fact, whenever I review eyeshadow palettes, I have this pile of super top favorite eyeshadow palettes and it's really just a small collection, but I have this like big collection of and a pile of eyeshadow palettes that are okay, good quality, but it's just a hit or miss. I still really like those palettes, but they are in a separate pile, in a separate shelf. But if I don't like the eyeshadow that much, it's just gonna be somewhere in my collection and never to be found, never to be touched. This is definitely going to be in my top 5 of my all-time favorite palettes. I still haven't reviewed the Modern Renaissance palette just because I feel like so many people already reviewed this. I'm gonna do that, and this is already lined up in my videos to film and I just can't wait to do more. I'm just now very inspired and I'm just really happy to be back filming longer videos. If you are still here at the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what kind of makeup look you want me to do next with this palette. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell right here so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, and I'll see you guys again next time.